I'll see. I will see you in about an hour. There is no time. There is just eternity. There is no space. There is infinity. There is no birth and there is no death. There is life. There is no illusion. there is only truth. Well, today we will continue our talk, how to have a good death. And as I mentioned before, the underlying topic is how to have a good life. To live a life that is full, not held back, has no restrictions. That you may live it truly and honestly, and live it from your true being. If there is no illusion, only truth or reality, then it is only the belief in illusion that clouds the mind. As we have said before, then, we do not see your illusion, only your truth. It is your true nature, that you love in another, and you bring with you from life to life, from body to body. But first I believe we have a healing list. So let us carry on with that. Who do we have?
Yes, Ignatius, thank you so much. The healing list for today is Josie Brungs, Addie Young, Wendy Thorley, Devante, Danielle, Jeremiah, Pia, Sonia, Charlotte and Aura, Chris and Howard, Roz and Adelaide, Daniel, Teresa Neal, Peter and Chelsea, Charlotte Burridge, Helen, Carl, Ben, Pippa, Robert Oswald, Amanda and Rohan, Angelina, George, babies Stefanos and Andreas, Irene, Dimitri, Stella, Michael, Rosa, Kelsey, Lorianne, Taylor Dunn and Griffin Dunn, Amanda and Craig, Neil and Raylene Parsons, Carrie Balding, Joshua French, Noel Manicam, Brooklyn, Haley, James and Sarah, Teresa, Gary, Shirley, Peter, Gina, John Clive, June, Kiko, Dave, and lastly, Lamont Hamilton.
You cannot win a fight with what is inevitable. You cannot win a fight with what must have its way. Although the medical profession will do all it can to ease pain and to lengthen life of those within the physical body. But this can never be true. The body is meant, well, it wasn't originally, but it is meant now to deteriorate and to pass. The original intention was the body to last for quite some time more than it does now. But the body deteriorates, and you may feel this day after day, as the pain that you may carry from yesterday is absorbed and you get used to it, and new pain or difficulties arise. And this causes layer upon layer of difficulty and challenge, which at some day may well have to be peeled back, and each layer dealt with, resolved and healed, so that you may then become clear. So the second most important thing, and this is not in order of preference, but the second thing, is to deal with your psychosocial issues, your thoughts and beliefs of what you have carried for some time. When you come to the point where you just have days or maybe a few weeks left, and you know of your demise, the soul is knocking very confidently on the door of death. A man lies waiting for his time of passage. Many things have to be dealt with, and to go through these last few weeks with joy and bliss of transition, you must deal with those issues that you have carried. You carry pain, you carry grief, you carry sadness, difficulty, challenge, those which have hurt you, those which you have hurt. You carry each one of these as if they are a bag you must carry for the rest of your being. Yet you do not need to. It is this baggage, these thoughts, the beliefs, which seem to inhibit the truth of your being, which cover over the dust of yourself, which sit as a barrier between a true spiritual life, made manifest within the physical world. You hold all of this, and at this stage now is your chance to let it all go. But why wait till your last week? Why carry it for 80 years and deal with it in 1 week? Would it not be better to deal with it today, now, to come back home to your true self, so you know eternity, you know infinity, you know love and endless bliss? Now these may seem like a dream, something that's out there, there's something beyond, something that I must struggle for these years in order to obtain. And as you try, then another thing raises its head to block you to your true self once more. The truth is, you must stop believing in the illusion of this pain. If you look at your pain, let us say you were damaged or you damaged someone. This obviously is in the past, and you dwell in your past, never being totally free from being held to your history. You carry it, wear it like a badge, and say, this is my crucifixion. I was bad then, and I made a mistake, and I must pay my penance today. But it is your choice to make your penance. It is your choice that you carry it all the time. We do not make you wear the cross of regret. The crown of thorns of mistake or sin. You put them firmly on your own shoulders. But you can aid your process. You can aid the removal of your own dust, so that you may shine once more. It is not that you do not shine. It is rather you focus on what has been done rather than who you are. You focus on doing rather than being. You focus on achieving something rather than allowing your truth to come forward. Now you may aid this by undertaking much psychological work, work of forgiveness, forgiveness of self and forgiveness of other. In the process leading up to your demise, forgiving yourself, forgiving another, not only helps you, but also helps the other. By letting go, choosing not to carry once more. The simple words of love, of reconnection, heals all parties when it is expressed in truth. How do you express love with truth? Many times man says, I love you, really meaning that you satisfy me. Your ego matches my ego, and therefore we have a bond. You serve me well, therefore I will love you. Now, when said like that, it sounds rather trite, doesn't it? You serve me well, therefore I will love you. This is fairly common. As soon as that other does not serve you, then there is a desire for change. You do not satisfy my needs anymore, somebody else will. You see the other as disposable. I will take what I need and then I will move on. Is this love? Is this really love? It is full of conditions. It's full of expectations and demands. I will love you as long as. Is that real? It is not real love, is it? It is but a pale, pale shadow which works through the egoic mind. But when you see your newborn baby, is love available instantly? Do you look at your newborn baby and say, I will love you as long as you stay with me? I will love you as long as you are good and conform. I will love you as long as you work hard. You do not put these expectations on your baby, you just love. And should they not conform to whatever your expectations are, there is still no end to the love. So the truth is, you love the other already. Yet you believe in the hurt. You believe they did you wrong. So true love and the true loving of another is the very love that you seek. And it is the belief in the truth, not the illusion. It is without bounds, without expectation, without end. And you get there because you are already there by letting go of those small things. Which inhibit the expression. So you naturally love the other. But the ego says, subject to this and subject to that. So when you come to your demise, this is where you are going and this is what you need. The unconditional love. If you are lucky and you can sit with a person, known or unknown, as they begin their process of transition, sit in peace. Sit in love. It is love that they require to burn away their last doubts and fears. So sit by their side in the joy of presence. When you are going through challenge, what you need is love. When you are burning away those misfortunes, what you need is love. Those which truly do this at their time of their transition, or those which may have come to the door of death and come back into life, will know that it is the love that is important, not the holding of the grief, the pain, the difficulty. You should notice in your daily life, within your mind, that there is a knowing of love, yet your uncontrolled mind runs with the pain. And that seems more real. But it is not. As mentioned last week, those which deal with their difficulties, their illusions, their challenges, when asked, "How do you feel now?" often they discover this inability to talk or to express where they are. And they are having a good death. It is this that assures the speed across the veil, as the veil exists no longer. It is the attempt to hold on to anything which makes the transition more difficult. So how, in your daily life, do you come to this understanding? In fact, it is rather simple. Almost too simple that you may reject what I say. Simple so that you can feel love all the time, no matter for who or what you face. It is bound up in the first words. There is no time, just eternity. There is no space, just eternity. If love is to be your guide for your life, and for you to live a life full of the giving and receiving of love, then start with that emotion. Start there. Start with the truth. Let love be with you now. And watch. Watch your state of mind if you are observant, you will notice the mind running away from love into the difficulties or the job list of the day. So become very focused on the very tip of your pen as you write. It is the act of this concentration that cuts through the mind and allows utter joy to be available. Let me explain. When you have focus and concentration, is there not love present? Let's say you enjoy fine needlework or drawing, or you can precisely put a nail into wood, where you can feel the nail hit home. You can feel the pen scratch the surface of the paper. When there is no thought, there is utter peace and enjoyment. You are that focused that the thoughts of the issues have gone, and joy and love are there. So with that focus there is no time, there is just eternity. This is the act of letting go of the surface to discover the reality that lies underneath. So I give you some exercises. The first is to have full attention on the working surface. Full attention of the pen touching the paper, of the hammer hitting the nail, of the connection between two people. Trust your tool to do the work. Do something until it is time to stop. And once finished, let go of the thought of what has been done. So let us say you are cutting bread. Put your attention on the blade of the knife where it hits the bread. Cut with full focus on that blade. And once it is finished, do the appropriate cleaning and putting away, and trust that it has been done exactly the way it has been meant to have been done. If you are washing dishes, full attention on washing the dish. Now these may seem rather small and inconsequential practices. But if you can practice the attention of just washing dishes, within a short period of time you will grow to love it. You may reject my words now, but if you try, you will see. It is no difference than full attention onto painting a very delicate picture, and the artist loving the process of painting, not the production of a picture. This is the same with your death. The attention lets go of the obstacles you carry. It brings the love to the surface. There is no "I love you but" or any other condition. So do your experiment and see if what I am saying is true or not. Have full attention on one exercise and watch how everything works. Watch how your hands do the task without instruction. Watch how the pen scratches the paper without effort. Marvel at the beauty of the way the hands and toes move. And you will fall into eternity and discover love. Now you think you may not be able to do this. But you can. Do not believe that you cannot. Doubt your doubts and come back into the truth of that. So the transition of another person should be met with joy, with beauty, and the love that comes. And you think, why joy? How can that be a joyous occasion? Well, that person is letting go. They will discover their joy. And if you too let them go, you can discover yours. Observe the sacredness of this moment, where the truth of life and death is revealed to you and to them. And you can have this now, this truth, this unconditional love, by simply watching your hands work. It is impossible for love not to be there unless you choose to block it and to inhibit its expression. There are those which pass far more suddenly. Life is finished in an instant. It is those that we work with. It is those which we heal. As they live on in our world, they let go during the first few weeks or days of their arrival to us. The life review or face is this process I have described of letting go of the physical, the errors that you think you have made, the pain which you believe in greater than the love, the unresolved issues, the lack of forgiveness, the mistakes of childhood. The life review is not one of judgment by us, but so you can be clear. It is an act of healing so that you can let go of what was yesterday. So again, it is the dusting of the vase to reveal its true colour. The life review is for your onward journey in spirit. Not so you can weep in the corner and say, I should not have done that. You'll see events that unfolded exactly the way they should, but you carried the pain, thinking it shouldn't have happened. You are surrounded by those who love you to show that you are loved, to show that love is the way. The more you fall into the love, the less pain you can carry. If you can accept that as true, the more you fall into love, the less pain you carry. And the converse, the less pain you carry, the more you fall into love. And then you will be a single sun ray within the sun, and journey to the home of the burning sun. So do not believe in your illusion. Know that the truth is already there with you. You just cover it with the pain of yesterday. Those which are transitioning are learning to deal with those things that are still hanging around. So my challenge once more to you, one activity, one experiment, do some fine work by watching the process with full intention and attention. And notice love is there. On the tip of your pencil, on the sharp end of the knife. God bless you all. Until next week.